Good morning. Welcome to the channel, Gray Cloudy Day. I'm Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. The only moment I got, this particular moment now, right now, making a video. I'm going to read from Jesus Calling for June 12th. A little bit groggy this morning, but as I was laying in there trying to resist starting the day, I'd already started the day because I was awake and I'd been conscious for a little while, like I normally am, of course. And I gave thanks and everything, but at some point I realized, well, you know, one of the ideas behind me trying to knock these videos out earlier in the mornings is because of the way I've been feeling. So, in other words, if I go ahead and get up and get it done, if I'm not feeling that great or I don't have a lot of energy, at least I got it out of the way and I did it. It's not something, the longer I wait to do it, if I'm not feeling that good and my energy level is low, I'm liable to keep putting it off to where it seems more, it becomes more like a job or a chore rather than something that I enjoy to do. So I'd rather try to get it done. And then if I'm not feeling the greatest or I feel tired still, I can just go and lay back down and rest some more. But then I can also rest in my mind going, I did the video. I've got the video done. So that's, I can go down my checklist and go, check, video, check. Okay, I washed some dishes, check, this. Okay, you know. Anyway, enough of that. I kind of explain myself quite often about how my days go, and I think you guys kind of got the gist of things here on how Gray Cloud is trying to handle his day. So let's get into the reading. June 12th. Let me help you get through this day. There are many possible paths to travel between your getting up in the morning and your lying down at night. See, of course. Stay alert to the many choice points along the way, being continually aware of my presence. You will get through this day one way or the other. One way is to moan and groan, stumbling along with shuffling feet. This will get you to the end of the day eventually, but there is a better way. You can choose to walk with me along the path of peace, leaning on me as much as you need. There will still be difficulties along the way, but you can face them confidently in my strength. Thank me for each problem you encounter and watch to see how I transform trials into blessings. And I thought when I read that earlier, isn't it strange to say that, you know, thank me for each problem you encounter. But I do, you know, like, especially when I allow myself to let those problems be worked out through divine grace, rather than myself thinking I can fix whatever it is that's going on in my head or going on physically in my life, whatever the problem is. So, you know, it's like, also how I've said before, I'm grateful even on the worst days. Sometimes I might not be conscious that, I might not be consciously saying I'm grateful, but at some point, even on a bad day, I still have to remember and tell myself, you know, things could be worse, even if it is a bad day. Let's go to the first reference scripture. 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 10. And don't grumble as some of them did, for that is why God sent his angel of death to destroy them. Yeah, you know, I also have to remind myself, like, for instance, when I get done with this video, I may go lay back down for a little while just because my eyes are heavy. I'm kind of still, you know, a little bit tired. Probably won't go back to sleep, but just lay back down while the video is uploading and maybe watch a little something, maybe do some networking, and then just kind of like let things unfold in my brain on what's the next thing when I do get back up. Like, what's my next step after I get back up and the video's been uploaded and all that. I already have a few ideas of what I got to do today and things I'm going to do, or I need to do or want to do. And if at the end of the day I've gotten a couple of those things done, I'll feel satisfied. One of them is washing some more dishes today. Like, I did dishes the other day, but I got more dishes I can clean today now. So let's go to the second reference scripture. And that will be Luke chapter 1, verse 79. To give light to those who sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, and to guide us to the path of peace. Okay. And then we're going to end the reference scriptures with, it's Samuel. 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 29 through 30. O Lord, you are my light. Yes, Lord, you light up my darkness. In your strength I can crush an army. With my God I can scale any wall. And here lately, the walls that have been in front of me, that have been barriers, have been myself. And almost 9 times out of 10, that's usually the case. It's usually something I'm either struggling with up in my head, maybe with depression or just overanalyzing my life. Or it could be that I'm drinking. It could be just that I'm having a problem with some person that maybe I've been knowing for a while, and I'm kind of having trouble trying to figure out how to work out that issue or whatever it is. But, life goes on, and I don't know. I'm just happy to be alive right now, still alive, and having a better week than I had last week so far. I can't say I didn't have a little different struggles throughout the past couple of days where I have been tempted or have thought about, toying around with the idea of thinking that I could still sneak a drink and it would be okay, and I haven't done that, and that's a good thing, so I'm happy about that. It's just one of them things that when those thoughts come, I have to try to be animate about trying to push them out, because the more I entertain it, the more likely it is that at some point I might, give into it. So it's better that I don't think those things. I don't know why those thoughts come sometimes, especially when I'm having such good days already, and I'm being sober and I'm having a good day and everything's flowing right. It's weird to me when those thoughts will come and be like, you can have a few. It'll be all right. It'll help you relax. And all I know is that it is one of those things that we talked about yesterday in a live chat. In the moment, sometimes it seems like it might be fixing things or making life feel better. But the truth is that I know for myself, it's a mask. It's just masking the problem or the issue you're having. So, in other words, it only seems like things are better when you're doing something like that. And then after the effect, it has actually made the issue probably worse 9 times out of 10. So, anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm probably going to rest a little while longer after I start uploading this. And just kind of let the Spirit show me, kind of map out the day every little bit and show me what to do. I do know I'm going to try at some point today, get some dishes washed, some more dishes. And, but I'm not just talking about chores. I'm talking about studies that I need to do, communication with the Spirit, alone time with God, you could say also. So until next time, Mr. Gray Cloud sages the eternal moment. Over and out. Ditto.